Since BTS reached the top of the world and became the most influential group of their generation, every step taken by its members has been followed under a magnifying glass. And among them all, perhaps none sparks as much fascination and mystery as Kim Taehyung, better known as V. Charismatic, reserved, gifted with a unique talent and an almost enigmatic aura. V has always been at the center of countless speculations. Whether because of his magnetic personality or the way he protects his private life, any small detail involving his name has the power to mobilize millions of people within minutes. And that is exactly what happened when rumors began to surface about a possible involvement between him and Wonyoung, a member of the girl group IVE. The buzz started on a Chinese platform called Dubon, known as a space where internet users share theories, rumors, and even supposed clues about the lives of K-pop artists. There, a specific post gained massive proportions by claiming that there was concrete evidence that V and Wonyoung might be living a secret romance. The post quickly went viral and was reproduced across other social networks, especially Twitter, Weibo, and even international fan forums. What could have been just another baseless rumor, like so many others that have already circulated about V, ended up becoming one of the most discussed topics of the moment, precisely because of the wealth of details presented as proof of this alleged connection. The first major evidence pointed out by netizens was in photos published by the two at restaurants in Seoul. Wonyoung had shared an apparently harmless image, but according to the most observant fans, it showed striking similarities to a photo that V had posted a day earlier. The wood on the table, the shape of the glass cups, and even the menu that discreetly appeared in the corner of the photo were considered practically identical. For fans already inclined to believe, there was no denying it. The two had been in the same place, perhaps even at the same time, but the rumor didn't stop there. A few days later, a new clue fueled theories even further. Wonyoung posted a photo of a noodle dish on a marble table, seemingly something banal, part of the routine of any young person who enjoys sharing everyday moments. But netizens, always alert, went further. That marble table looked exactly like the one that had already appeared in photos taken at V's house. As if that weren't enough, the dish Wonyoung chose wasn't just any dish. It was the exact same type of noodles that V had previously mentioned as one of his favorites, even saying that he often ordered it from a restaurant just a few minutes from his home. For more conspiratorial fans, this couldn't be mere coincidence. It was a clear sign of closeness, and there was more. In some of her posts, Wonyoung used songs that V had previously recommended in lives and interviews. To many, this felt like a subtle gesture, a kind of secret message or a musical connection that went beyond chance. The narrative grew even stronger when it was discovered that both V and Wonyoung were in Los Angeles at the same time, both for commitments related to K-Con. For fans who believed in the rumor, this geographic coincidence was practically confirmation that the two were cultivating something away from the public eye. As if all these coincidences weren't enough, the viral post also mentioned that Wonyoung had been spotted at the Mother Wolf restaurant in Los Angeles. The detail is that the same restaurant had already been visited by other BTS members, like RM, who even posted photos of his visit on Instagram. This was interpreted as further proof that there was a connection between the two worlds, as if Wonyoung was becoming increasingly integrated into circles close to V. The impact was immediate. The rumor spread like wildfire. Within hours, fan forums, Twitter accounts, Instagram gossip pages, and even international news outlets began discussing the possible relationship. For many, it was just another baseless invention, the result of fans' obsession with linking successful idols in unlikely romances. But for others, the sum of details, coincidences, and small clues was convincing enough to believe that something was happening behind the scenes. And, as always in these cases, the situation quickly spiraled out of control. Wonyoung became the target of a wave of negative comments, many of them aggressive and filled with hate. Her last Instagram post was flooded with hundreds of messages, many containing insults, vomit emojis, and derogatory remarks. The young artist, who had neither said nor confirmed anything, ended up being the most fragile link in this story. Meanwhile, part of IVE's fandom and more conscious admirers came to her defense, leaving supportive, loving, and encouraging messages. V's silence was also interpreted in different ways. For some, he was simply ignoring an absurd rumor, as he had done many times throughout his career. After all, it wasn't the first time he was caught up in dating rumors with different celebrities, from Jennie of Blackpink to other figures in the entertainment industry. But for others, the silence sounded like complicity, as if the lack of denial meant there really was something to hide. This duality only fueled the theories even more and made the mystery grow to global proportions. What makes this rumor even more intriguing is the recurring pattern in V's trajectory. Any minimal interaction, any coincidence or common detail with another celebrity quickly turns into fuel for dating theories. But unlike other fleeting rumors, the case with Wonyoung stood out for the richness of supposed evidence gathered in one place. The original Dubon post didn't just present a photo or a coincidence. It compiled situations that, when connected, seemed to form a solid line of reasoning. This made many fans believe that, this time, there might actually be some truth to it. Netizens' analyses reached almost investigative levels. Some enlarged images, compared table colors, analyzed reflections in glasses, and even the framing of photos. It was as if part of the internet had turned into digital detectives, dedicated to proving the existence of a secret relationship. Others went as far as checking posting times, crossing flight data and public events, trying to find gaps that could confirm meetings away from the spotlight. This behavior is nothing new in the K-pop world, where fans' curiosity often crosses boundaries, but in V's case, the intensity was even greater, due to his colossal fame. Amid this avalanche of speculation, alternative theories also emerged. Some believed that the similarities in photos and settings could be the result of marketing strategies or even coincidences created by the companies themselves to generate buzz. After all, both BTS and IVE live under the constant scrutiny of the media, and any rumor can be turned into free publicity. This line of thought, however, didn't calm tempers. It only heightened the conspiratorial tone, with people questioning whether the rumors were actually part of a carefully orchestrated game. The truth is that while fans clashed on social media, V's name remained at the top of trending topics in different countries. In Korea, entertainment portals highlighted the rumor, albeit cautiously, always using words like alleged and supposed, avoiding any direct statements. Meanwhile, in international forums, especially among Western fans, the narrative took on the tones of a drama series, complete with comparative timelines, supposed translations of posts, and even YouTube videos analyzing every detail of the case. For Wonyoung, the weight of the situation was even more intense. Unlike V, who has long been used to dealing with rumors since the early years of his career, she is still relatively new to the scene. Carrying the responsibility of being linked to a BTS member is something few can endure without emotional consequences. And this was evident in the reactions on her social media. With each new post, even if it was just a selfie or work update, the comment section was filled with questions, insinuations, and even attacks. The phenomenon of hate showed its cruelest side, reinforcing how rumors often disproportionately affect women in K-pop. On the other hand, Wonyoung's defenders organized to counterattack. Many began flooding her posts with positive messages, reminding her that she had done nothing wrong and that, regardless of rumors, her career and talent spoke louder. Some fans even created hashtags calling for respect and denouncing the toxicity of part of the online community. This duality, of hate and support, became an inseparable part of the narrative, reflecting how dating rumors between idols can completely divide public opinion. And then comes the most important question: why V specifically? Why does every detail surrounding him gain such massive proportion? The answer may lie in his enigmatic posture. Unlike other idols who frequently share intimate moments or interact more openly, V has always maintained a peculiar balance between closeness and mystery. He shows affection to fans but protects his private life with rare discipline. This behavior creates an aura of mystery that fuels curiosity. The mere fact that he doesn't directly deny a rumor is enough to feed endless speculation. In the case with Wonyoung, his silence was interpreted in different ways. For some, it was simply the mature stance of someone who doesn't want to waste energy on baseless rumors. For others, it was indirect confirmation that there was something to hide. This game of interpretations turned the rumor into something bigger than it probably deserved, but inevitably it became part of recent K-pop history. Another point that fueled the discussions was the timeline of the supposed evidence. Some critics pointed out that several images cited as proof weren't even recent. Old photos were reused as if they were new, and details like haircuts or style changes in Wonyoung showed that certain comparisons were in fact weak. This didn't stop the rumors from spreading, though. The power of the narrative was greater than the facts. And this raises an important reflection. Why do fans insist on linking V to so many different people? In recent years, he has already been associated with Jennie, dancers, actresses, and even fellow colleagues in completely ordinary situations. The answer may lie in the combination of charisma, beauty, and mystery that he embodies. V is seen as almost unattainable, and this image creates room for every interaction to be romanticized or turned into a theory. The case with Wonyoung, therefore, is just another chapter in a long history of speculations. Even so, the impact was real. Wonyoung faced attacks, V saw his name once again involved in controversy, and fans were divided in heated debates. In the end, no one knows the truth except the two of them. But when it comes to the internet, that doesn't really matter. What matters is the narrative, the speculation, the mystery. And in this game of illusions, V continues to be the perfect protagonist, an idol who never reveals more than he wants to, but who, precisely because of that, keeps everyone hooked on his story.